I really do need to work on that. But we're going to go down. Gravedigger. The fauna nearby don't seem too badly affected by the radiation. And while the Gravedigger has a point, I believe that has more to do with the gameplay and the game developer's limitations. It's like you can't simulate every aspect of reality. And even if you could, if you created a perfect to reality simulation, it wouldn't be a video game. You're basically playing the real world. And, well, if we're playing by the real world standards, if you were to ever die, there would be permadeath. You'd have to start all the way over. Or better yet, let's make a game to where if you die one time, the game erases your data and automatically uninstalls itself from your computer, and you have to buy it again to play it. Yeah, realism to a certain extent is cool, but hyper-realism defeats the whole point of escaping to, fantasy entertainment. If you're killing, this is me replying to the gentleman, insert creative name here. If you are killing a few Reaper Leviathans in your efforts to reach the Aurora to repair, and I didn't quote him because that would involve quoting his offensive post, so I'm not going to quote that. But if you're killing these Reapers in your efforts to reach the Aurora to repair it and stop further environmental irradiation, you'd be in the moral right. You're not going out and hunting down every single top of the food chain predator. You're not explicitly trying to wipe a species out. You are solving a problem and in the process given a choice between a bad solution or an even worse solution. No truly right or good solution, but your path is the lesser of two evils. To answer your question, in my opinion, consciously refusing to repair the Aurora's radiation link will do more damage to the ecosystem than killing a few Reaper Leviathans, especially if doing so is in the pursuit of stopping further irradiation. The Great Warper replies, except the Reapers aren't in the way of the opening. Insert creative name replies to that. What are you smoking and where can I buy it? And in regards to that. And my response to the Great Warper's response, while it is possible for an experienced player to patiently wait and navigate their way into the Aurora or use other creative means, or even to just be lucky, there is a Reaper that patrols the front area of the Aurora, and there are dozens of YouTubers and other players that have made hilarious Let's Play and video playthroughs of their encounter with Sam the Safety Reaper. Please make sure that you're piloting your Seamoth safely to Altera regulations. Sam is there to help make sure that you do so. He's there to remind you. There is a Reaper placed specifically as a challenge/gate to the Aurora, and it's even more pronounced for a new first-time player that may not know the best approach to the Aurora, for a player that doesn't even know where the entrance is. It's possible for a player to run across all 8 Reaper Leviathans patrolling the crash zone in their search for a way inside the Aurora. That poor soul, whoever that person is. Occupant of Life Pod 4 would also disagree with you. And insert creative name corrects me. There's 10 Reapers in the crash zone. Ah, my bad. I was going off memory / the wiki. Thanks for the correction. Dreamwriter comes in. 10 in the crash zone, including 3 around the bow, including Sammy under the near fore corner and 3 around the stern. There's 8 in the dunes, and there's 7 in the mountains, including the one near / under the quarantine enforcement platform. The Great Warper responds to me, "Oh Lord, that's not true at all. First time I played, I didn't even encounter that Reaper, aka he got lucky. Same with the other 10 times I've played through. You don't need to be experienced or patiently wait. You just need to follow along the side in a sea moth or a sea glide. You don't have to stop once. Just enter at the first opening. All you'll hear is a roar. The biggest mistake is approaching from the front. All the Gravedigger had to do was stay at the surface and hug the wall of the Aurora. Same, people honestly overcomplicate it. my response. And there are many dozens of other people that did encounter that Reaper. Other people's experiences may be and are different than your own. I specifically mentioned in my post how some people can get lucky, or through experience know the right path into the Aurora, and how other people may not be so lucky and end up running into one, more, or all of the Reapers. Did you disregard that part in my post? I think you did. You tell me all you need to do is, a new player playing Subnautica will not know. All you need to do is, a new player will not know where the entrance is, that it's in the front. There is no overcomplicating it. You are just speaking on behalf of everyone else based off your personal experience, which is different for others than it was for you. I can say Dark Souls is an easy game because I beat it without ever dying, but just because I had a field day with Dark Souls doesn't make it an easy game, just because I say it is. And for the record, I've never played Dark Souls. I haven't bought any. The last console that I bought was a PlayStation 2, because I noticed that the change that the gaming industry was taking, and I'm like, oh, okay, here comes the Xbox, here comes Halo ruining first-person shooters, here comes all these beautiful, gorgeous games that look wonderful, but when I play them, they're fucking boring and trash and poorly made. See, the Xbox created the Xbox and the Halo game kicked off what I like to call the Halo generation of gamers. Because when I played Halo, I'm like, what in the fuck? I don't have health? I've got some pussy shield that automatically recharges? That's some pussy fucking shit. Oh, I can't jump on my own? I can't jump over this ledge on my own? I have to walk up to it where the game tells me to push X, which enters a scripted sequence where my character automatically climbs up over the ledge in a cool way. I'm like, or you could just let me jump up there on my own. I started to notice that games were reducing the expression of player skill. Instead, they started targeting a younger, dumber, less developed demographic of idiot gamers. Oh, God of War! I like running around and beating a horde of 50 zombies, even though they never touch me, but it makes me feel tough. Oh, look, I'm running around this giant titan and I'm beating its ass and it makes me look cool, but it's not really challenging at all. Oh, and if you do die, rather than have to restart at the last point you saved, it just restarts you literally right where you was at with your health bar back. And they don't even give the boss their health bar back. You can just keep throwing yourself at the boss over and over and over with no strategy, die 100 times, and you'll still beat it eventually. Yeah, let me play Monster Hunter, where I'm supposed to feel like some cool badass for hunting down these dangerous creatures, except they're not dangerous at all. And it's like, why am I going to use the body parts of this creature to craft better armor and weapons? How? How does that make sense? What point is making armor for this creature's body parts if the weapons I have were good enough to kill it? If its scales or its hide weren't good enough to keep it alive from my weapons, then what good is it going to do for me to make armor? And why make weapons out of dragon teeth and claws if the armor I have kept those dragon teeth and claws from killing me? It doesn't make sense. I killed this animal, so I'm going to use its body parts to make guns and weapons and armor with, and then I'm going to equip them and be stronger. It doesn't make fucking sense. But of course, to an idiot, they're not going to consider that. They're just going to be like, I killed a big dragon and now I got dragon armor. I'm a badass. Good for you. And good, that's the gaming community. Good for y'all. There's nothing wrong with it, but that's why I dipped out. I haven't bought or played any new games aside from a few. Wow, that's a side tangent. Anyway, I got one more topic to discuss. Next video.